I mean, that's the thing though, is like RFP is a whole nother ball game. You know, so many people live in the spot market, you know, and I don't know the exact percentage, but there's a lot of spot market freight as opposed to RFP. And even when you have an RFP though, and this is something that's not talked about, I've had this happen to me. Customers, there's a severe market shift in their favor. They're like, guess what? We're rebidding. It's July now. We need to rebid. And you're like, wait, what? Yeah. So that contract isn't a contract.
It's not in the truest sense, right?
Yeah.
It's not like a futures contract where you're held to that contract and it's going to pay or not pay, however it's going to work out, right? So it's not, but that's goes back to your sales process and vetting what's a good customer and what's not a good customer. And it is harder to get in with those customers and build that relationship. At the same time, those are the ones you really need to have the long game with and understand that, okay, they're going to give me the freight, whether they're paying $1,000 more what the market rate is, or they're going to give me the freight knowing that I'm getting murdered at $1,000 a loss every load.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they're going to say, are you struggling? How can we help? This is a partnership. Those customers are hard to find, right? They're not going to just pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm going to send you all this volume and all this revenue. It doesn't work that way.
Of course.
So there's once again, it comes down to strategy and how the organization wants to handle that. And there's multiple different strategies for customers.
No, for sure. But on the flip side though, like you said about finding those real customers is you can come to them and be like, listen, I'm getting absolutely killed on these lanes right now. Can I rebid these? And most of the time, or if there's a severe market shift on the other way where, hey, you know what? Everybody in my network quoted $1.80 a mile. It's now at $2.40 and my tender rejection is at 100% on a majority of my lanes. They're going to do a rebid. They're not just going to be like, you guys got to wear it because you quoted that out. Not saying all customers are like that, but in my experience, I've experienced both where like, hey, there's a severe market shift. We need to switch because our analysts are telling us it's going to remain this way for 6 months. But it's also been on the flip side too, where, hey, our analysts are telling us what you guys are all telling us as well. We're going to rebid. Let's get comfortable so nobody is losing anything here. So.
Yep.